Hello, everyone. I'm Roseanne Harris. I'm President-elect of the IAA, and welcome to this video in anticipation of International Actuaries Day on the 2nd of September. Today, I am speaking with Terry Narine, who I know well from the Health Committee, and I'm going to get a bit of his perspective on the International Actuarial Association and his role in it. Thanks for joining us, Terry. The first question I was going to ask you was about the range of areas that you work in. So you work across health and microinsurance and sustainability generally. So do you want to tell us a little bit about being an actuary working across such a broad range of practice areas?
Absolutely, Roseanne, and thanks for having me here today. I consider this an honor. And of course, congratulations to the International Actuarial Association on its 126th anniversary, and a shout out to all actuaries out there on this International Actuarial Day. So my involvement in some of the roles within the IAA, I've been volunteering through the Canadian Institute with the IAA, and I think we probably first met back in the spring of 2017. So it's been over 5 years. But my international roles in a number of areas, what happened was back in 2016, an organization approached me, an organization called the Canadian Development Fund, which is an NGO, a non-government organization funded by the Canadian government. And so they asked me to go to the Philippines and do some work on microinsurance. So I went there for a couple of weeks and I developed a typhoon insurance product with various folks, insurance companies, the regulator there, some other Canadian sponsored organizations, and found people were very interested in learning about actuarial techniques and knowledge that perhaps in the more developed countries we take for granted. But I was able to go there and share the knowledge and really enjoyed it. Made some great friends and contacts. And then 2 years after that, with sustainability insurance again, I traveled to Africa, to Kenya and Malawi, and developed or helped to develop a drought insurance product for farmers. So it's sort of along the similar roles. Other things I've done, last year, I developed a worldwide COVID-19 model for actuaries to use worldwide. It is a free model. I believe it's on the IAA's website at
Yep.
somewhere. And so those are sort of been my international things on a volunteer basis. From a work perspective, I have been fortunate over the last 7 years or so to work for a reinsurance company based in the Cayman Islands in Bermuda. So that's given me significant exposure to the international reinsurance market, as well as the Caribbean regulatory environment. So those are the things I've touched. I've also been involved with risk management. I've been a risk manager for several companies, including international companies. And so I've touched some of those things. Obviously, the African work done by the IAA as well, mortality studies. So those are all things that I've gotten interest in that touch internationally some of the spheres of work that the IAA does. And of course, my time with the IAA, I've spent time there, as you know, on the committee, and I've now worked my way up to becoming vice chair of the Health Forum. And I always tell people, Roseanne, that I have very big shoes to fill because you were the former vice chair of the health committee, and now you are the president-elect of the IAA. So I've stepped into your role on the health forum, and so I don't forget. I always remember how important a role that is,
Oh,
as
thanks,
a stepping
Terry.
stone.
But as you're stepping into those shoes, then what are your plans for the Health Forum? Maybe talk a little bit about some of the work that you see in front of you with respect to the Health Forum, because particularly when you're looking at your sort of global experience, how the IAA can be adding value across such a range of markets.
Absolutely. So some of the things that we are looking at, I mean, I think COVID is a big thing, and being able to be prepared for the next pandemic. I think that falls right in the lap of the health forum. But we've also got to look at climate change. There's been significant issues with climate change, not just on property and casualty insurance, but I think in the future and even potentially now, life insurance, health insurance, we're seeing things deteriorate. There was just a recent study that I saw in North America I think it just came out a few days ago that life expectancies are declining for people of our generation, which is concerning. And we need to figure out what impact climate change is having on mortality rates. We need to figure out what impact climate change will have on the insurance industry. And I think there's great work going on by the Climate Committee Forum in that way, but we need to advance it and sort of push the health aspects through the health forum of climate change.
Absolutely. Well, thanks, Terry. That's really interesting perspective to bring to these videos, and really appreciate the time that you've spent with us today. So look forward to more of these videos and chatting to more actuaries like yourself who've given lots of time and energy to the IAA and to the actuarial profession globally. So thanks for that, and thanks to everyone. Please like and share these videos as we look forward to the 2nd of September. Thanks.
All right, you're more than welcome. Bye.